Now, a question for you. If you could be a kept woman, would you be? Interesting. I'm asking you because a mother who's the family breadwinner has written a piece in today's Mail saying that she's burnt out from bringing home the bacon and she is wildly jealous of so-called kept women. Oh, Judi, are you quietly jealous of the...
As you can hear me clear my throat. Listen, I'm going to say something and some might find it a little controversial. Let's be real. For me personally, I'm exhausted. I don't know if there's many other independent women out there who are carrying the load of being that, you know, breadwinner or being that solo person in the home where all the responsibility lies on their head. It's exhausting being that independent power woman. It's tiring. You want someone to share some of the responsibilities or even just to have that conversation about the responsibilities. And I think there's nothing wrong in saying that and expressing that, even if you are a powerful, independent woman.
So can I ask you then, if somebody came along and said, Judi, darling, I'm loaded, give it all up. Give it all up.
No, on a serious level,
stay at home.
Look, no, I could never stay at home. And I think it's about having the balance. It's your individual like. No disrespect to women who want to be kept. It's about your individual because you can kind of give away a part of your independence. I think it's even worse if you're in a relationship as a woman and you're having to carry everything, depending on the circumstances. If you've got something that's happened, then that's understanding. But there is people who are in the relationship who feel like they're single anyway, doing everything on their own. Yeah. But my mum always used to say to me, like, no matter what situation you are, if you're with someone or you're by yourself, especially if you're with someone, always keep your vex money, OK?
Vex money?
Yeah, so if you're going to be a kept woman, he might give you a little something, you make sure you put a little something down to the side and keep your vex. It might not work in 20 years. Divorce money, just in case. No, let's keep it real. Do you know what I mean?
But that's the biggest problem, I think. That's the biggest problem, is this idea that you're a kept woman. Like, what does that mean? Basically, people who stay at home and do the domestic side of a relationship's work do just as much work as the person who goes out to work. The huge responsibility tends to fall on women's shoulders. And so I don't think anyone's kept in that situation. I think we've got a really bad attitude about the unpaid labour that's made our whole economic system work, because what you get money and power and position from going out to work, and you get none of those things from staying at home and making the whole thing work.
Do you think you should get a
salary? I absolutely
think...
I think you should get... It should be split 50-50, and I think it should be your
his
money.
Wages,
and it shouldn't be anything about giving it, his or hers, because often it's women now, or more often.
Well, this woman who's written the article,
there should be
she's the main breadwinner.
respect for what people do at home.
So are you saying, whichever partner it is, you say, I'm going to work, this is how much I earn, and here is half for you. That's your half.
But it shouldn't be a gift thing.
No,
I mean,
not
I think
a gift,
the problem is that it
not
disempowers
a gift, but like
the
a
people who
salary.
are left at home.
A salary.
Yeah, a salary. Yeah.
Or just an open bank account where it's like...
Open bank account,
I don't know if I agree with
Why
that.
not?
Because if you're a couple and you have children and you're living together, or you're married or not married, but you're living together in a couple, then, you know, when I was married and I had kids, and there was one stage where I was stay-at-home parent, hardest job in the world.
Yeah.
But I never felt... I'd have hated him to come in and go, oh, here's your wages. Because I'd have thought, I'm not your staff. But he never equally said... why are you spending that money? So if I needed to go out, it was our money. We were a team.
Did you genuinely feel that?
No, I genuinely felt we were a team.
But that's the ideal,
I'm now single, you know, main breadwinner, and I'm tired.
Tired.
So I would love somebody to meet somebody. Yes.
And it's not about...
No, I would love to meet someone, and it's just about someone that could come in who's got his job and I've got my job, we've got our lives, blah, 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 and we support each other. But when I'm feeling the way I do now, could go, do you know what? Take a month off and just breathe. And I go...
Sometimes you hand over independence. I think, for me, working gives you financial independence, and that's very important to me.
No,
so
exactly.
even when I had Jack, even when he was young, I was in a very privileged position to not have to work, but I still carried on working a bit, and then when he was older, went back to work. I just like to know...
No, I agree with financial independence.
But I have mine and the ability to work should I need it.
No, I agree. But my friend... It's not a friend, it's someone much closer. A friend of mine, she used to do this thing where we'd be sitting there and he'd go and fill the car up or whatever, and then he'd come home and go, So it was £80, so you owe £40 for the car. And they were married with kids. And I used to think, I hate that.
Yeah.
But
And
that's what I'm
let's not
saying. Your
forget about the men
situation is
who-
dependent on it being fair within a couple, but lots of things aren't. And, you know, it used to be that as a woman who'd stayed at home, worked all your life, raising the family, supporting your husband, you couldn't even touch their pension. I mean, thankfully, things like that have changed.
Well,
But let's not,
the wrong
forget the
people.
men,
Anyway.
let's not forget the men as well who are at home doing,
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
that role. And also the men who are out there working hard and unfortunately has partners that don't appreciate all that they're doing.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Anyway.